Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'd like to invite you all to find a seat so that we can get our service started this morning. Boker Tov, it's so wonderful to see how everyone is awake and chatting. I'd like to invite you all to find a seat so that we can start our service. And to start our service, you all are going to need a prayer book, a Siddur. It's a thin blue book that should say Mishkan, Tefillah, and Shabbat on it. They're in the pew racks in front of you, or if you're sitting in the front row, in the ones behind you. They'll look like this. And each page has 2 page numbers on it. One of them is black, and the other one is blue and in brackets. And we're going to use the blue numbers in brackets because those are the ones that correspond to Emma's Siddur, to Emma's prayer book. So, to get started, we're going to sing a song of welcome, and that can be found on page 188 using those blue numbers in brackets. Emma, for you, it's also page 188. And this song of welcome comes from the words of Psalm 133. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. How wonderful or how pleasant it is for all of us to dwell together, to be together.
Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad.
Feel free to sing along.
Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad.
Okay, since it sounds like we have a nice group of singers here this morning, we're going to split you all up and do this as a round. So this side, you're going to start with Cantor Berman. And again, we're on page 188 using the blue numbers in brackets at the top of the page. And those of you over here, you're going to follow with a second time through with me. Okay, ready?
Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
You sound beautiful this morning. Now that we've created our sacred community together, we acknowledge the sacred space that we make when we come together in community. And you can find the words of Matovu on page 192 using those blue numbers in brackets.
Please join. Matovu Alecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu Ohalecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Vani berov chastecha avo vetecha eshtachave elecha l'kadshecha biratecha. Matovu Alecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu Alecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Vani tefilati lecha, Adonai ait ratzon. Elohim berov chastecha, Haneni bemet yishecha. Everyone. Matovu Alecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Matovu Alecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Israel.
So how many of you woke up this morning?
Turn your mic up.
Okay, how many of you woke up this morning? That's it? That's less than half of you that raised your hand to say you woke up this morning. At the very least, somehow you all managed to get here, which means that your bodies are working well enough to be able to get out of bed and to get here. And there's a blessing actually for our body's ability to move around and to be here to praise God. It's on page 194. And I invite you to join with me together in English. Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who formed the human body with skill, creating the body's many pathways and openings. It is well known before your throne of glory that if one of them be wrongly opened or closed, it would be impossible to endure and stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals all flesh, working wondrously. Baruch atah Adonai, rofei chol basar umafli la'asot. On page 196, we have the blessing for our souls. We'll sing the first two lines in Hebrew. The transliteration is on the left side of the right page if you need it.
Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. שנתת בי טהורה היא. אלוהי נשמה 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 שנתת בי טהורה היא.
We join together in English in the middle of the page.
My God, the soul you have given me is pure. You created it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me, and you protect it within me. For as long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, my God and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Praised are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, asher biyado nefesh kol chai, baruch kol basar ish.
Having given thanks for our bodies working and our soul's purity, we turn to a series of blessings that parallels the process of waking up and getting up. And if you look at the very right-hand side of pages 198, 200, and 202, you'll see that in little blue letters there are little descriptions of what each blessing is for. And so I invite you to join in with Cantor Berman as she chants the blessings, or to join in with me to say Amen. Judaism is wonderful. As long as someone is saying the blessing, you can say Amen and get full credit for saying it yourself.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'sechvivina lebchin ben yom uben laila.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, rokah haaretz al hamayim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechin mitzadei gaver.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish arumim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten layaev koach.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamavir shnei me'inai u'truma me'afapai.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shesani b'tzelem Elohim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shesani bat chorin.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shesani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oz Yisrael bigvura.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, ot Yisrael b'tifara.
Amen. Turn back one page to 201, and we join in an intention to start our day. As I awaken, let this be my thought. May my day be filled with acts of loving kindness.
Let me be drawn to learning and discernment, and may my actions be shaped by mitzvot. Keep me from iniquity, disgrace, and sin. May I not be overwhelmed by temptation or despair. Distance me from evil people and false friends. Let me cultivate a life of goodness. May my hands reach out in kindness, and I will serve God through acts of righteousness. Today and every day may I merit your mercy by living my life with compassion and love. Holy One of blessing, draw me to your words. Teach me the art of sacred living. Baruch atah Adonai, hamelamed chasadim tovim le'amo Yisrael.
Page 204 is the blessing for the study of Torah. We join together in Hebrew and in English.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. O Adonai, our God, let the words of Torah be sweet in our mouths and the mouths of your people Israel, so that we, our descendants, and the descendants of all your people Israel may know you, by studying your Torah for its own sake. Blessed are you, Adonai, who teaches Torah to your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, hamelamed Torah le'amo Yisrael.
On page 206, we have a passage that combines a piece of Mishnah and a piece of Gemara, two rabbinic texts, to say what are the things that we ought to be doing again and again and again that we can never fulfill our obligation to do. So let's read what these are in the middle of the page.
These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all.
So something along these lines just came up this past week, where I was part of a series of presentations of people getting their master's degrees in Jewish education. And one of the groups was talking about whether engagement was more important, or how to deal with engagement on one side and education, study, knowledge on the other side. And so this was a big discussion that we had of which is more important. And this is one that we actually see reflected right here in this text. So we have 9 different actions: honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving for study, so on and so forth. And at the very end, we have this big contradiction or opposing force of, but the study of Torah encompasses them all, or, but the study of Torah is opposite them all. And so I would like to invite you to do a little bit of study together. Turn to your neighbor, say Shabbat Shalom, introduce yourself if you don't know them, and decide amongst yourselves which is more important, study or action. Do you all have your answers? Okay, so those of you who lean towards the side of study, raise your hand. Okay, those of you who lean towards the side of action, raise your hand. Okay, and a lot of you did not vote. And I'm calling you out right here.
What if we feel it's a false dichotomy?
False dichotomy, okay. Okay, hold on. So those of you who fall on the side of study, anyone want to share why you believe that study is more important than action? Okay, Etty.
If you study, you go through self-transformation, and when you go through self-transformation, you don't really need all kind of rules and regulations. It just comes naturally from within.
Okay, so when you study, you go through self-transformation, and when you go through self-transformation, you don't need all of the rules and regulations. It just comes from within. Did I get that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the first time I've heard that one. Yeah.
Me?
There's a kid in the back whose name I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, without study, the actions you do won't be correct, like?
Like, for example, with the mitzvot, you have to know the mitzvot before you do them.
Okay, so with the mitzvot, you have to know the mitzvot before you do them. Yeah.
Study is the form and the basis of all civilization.
Okay, study is the form and basis of all civilization. Mr. Steinberg.
Okay, so...
Oh, wait, I'm going to give you the mic because there's no way that you do need the mic.
Okay, I do need the mic. Okay, so I was thinking about this, and usually I'm an action over study person, but I was thinking about this today. So if you look at study versus action as Superman versus Batman, Superman is he's action. Superman can do whatever he wants. There's nothing that limits him. He's got all of this power, so he just does what he wants. But Batman, because he has no powers, has to study and plan and think out what his actions are going to be. And in a conflict, I would actually take Batman over Superman every single time. And so that is why I think study wins out over action.
Okay, also the first time I've heard that one. Okay, Emma. Do you want the mic? Oh, you're on the side of action. Okay, so let's move to the side of action because I don't know that anyone can top Batman versus Superman in this pro-study debate. So here, I'll actually even turn on your mic. There you go. Nope, just kidding.
Hello? Okay. I think action because study is an action.
Way to take that and turn it all on its head. If the act of studying is in fact an action, therefore it's all action, action wins out. If anyone wants to try to beat that one, okay, so Alan, false dichotomy.
Sometimes a mixed bag is a nice thing.
Okay, sometimes a mixed bag is a nice thing. One without the other is worthless. So, right, so study without action is meaningless. If you spend a lot of time thinking about things, studying things, learning things, but you don't actually do anything with anything that you've learned, then what's the point? It doesn't have any value beyond enlightening yourself, and it doesn't reach out into the world. But action without study could be misguided. I've got some really strong disagreement right over here.
You can study and just have it for yourself, and not
Right, and the rabbis would actually say that that's worthless. Okay, so there's a question about whether study just for the sake of study is worthless. You know, you are supposed to study Torah for its own sake, not so that you get a certain reward, but the idea is that you actually study it so that it can lead to action. This is actually a great debate in the Talmud. We could go on for hours, and I don't think you want that. So I'm going to cut off the discussion right here, but know that you are welcome to continue it during the many hours and days after this service. But the idea is that we actually do need both. The master's program that I was in, these presentations were about the enduring dilemma, two positive values, two things we need that come into tension with each other. And the result is that we actually need both of them in order to make a meaningful purpose, give ourselves a meaningful purpose in the world. So now that we've engaged in some Torah study, and thank you all for joining me in that, we now turn to a series of psalms and songs on page 212.
Baruch Shamar v'haya ha'olam, Baruch Hu, Baruch Oseh v'reishit, Baruch Omer v'oseh, Baruch Ozer v'kayim, Baruch merachem al haaretz, Baruch merachem ha'briot, Baruch meshalem sachar tov l'reav, Baruch ha'elad v'kayam lanetzach, Baruch podehu matzil, Baruch Shemo.
Page 213, we join together at the top of the page in English.
With this do I prepare myself to thank, praise, and glorify my Creator. Blessed are you, Sovereign of life, whom we praise with songs of glory. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mehulal batishbachot.
Page 214 is a psalm for Shabbat, Psalm 92. We join together in English at the bottom of the page up to the indented paragraph. Once we reach the indented paragraph in English, we'll jump up to the indent in the Hebrew. We say, a psalm, a song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night, with a 10-stringed harp, with voice and lyre together. You have gladdened me by your deeds, Adonai. I shout for joy at your handiwork. How great are your works, Adonai, how very subtle your designs. A brute cannot know, a fool cannot understand this.
Please join.
At the indent in Hebrew.
Tzadik tamar yifrach, keres balavanon yizkeh, shetulim beveit Adonai, bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu, odinuvun beseva, deshenim verananim iyu lehagit ki yashar Adonai suri velo avlatamo.
Psalm 150 is on page 218. Starts off with really easy words. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. And then hallelujah, hallelujah. Think you can do that? Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Try that with us. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, El Bekocho, hallelujah, Birki Ha'uzo, hallelujah, Bigvurotav, hallelujah, Kirov Lo.
Hallelu, 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 hallelujah. Hallelu, beteka shofar, hallelu, benevel vechinor, hallelu, betofu machol, hallelu, benim ve'ugav. Hallelu, 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 hallelujah. Hallelu, 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 hallelujah. Hallelu, betzilzalei shama, hallelu, betzilzalei trua, kol hanshama, tehallel, hallelu, hallelujah. Hallelu, 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 hallelujah. Hallelu, 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 hallelujah. Again. Hallelu, 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 hallelujah. Hallelu, 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 hallelujah.
We conclude this section with a blessing, page 223.
Baruch atah Adonai, El melech gadol batishpachot, El hahodahot Adon haniflot, Habocher b'shirei zimra, Melech elchei haolamim.
Praise to you, sovereign of wonders, crowned in adoration,
delighting in song, eternal majesty.
Page 224 is the Chatzi Kaddish. Please rise as you are able.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash meraba B'halema divrach irutei v'yamelich machutei B'chayechon v'yamechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael Bagala, bagala uv'izman kariv yimeru Amen Yehi shmera b'mevorach li'olam le'al me'al maya Yitbarach Yitbarach v'yishabach v'yitbar v'yitromam V'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shemei d'kodesha Richu li'ela minkom b'chata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran mi'alma v'imeru Amen.
Is it on? Hello? Okay. La 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 la
Continue with a prayer of gratitude for or of awe actually, for the wonders of creation at the bottom of page 228. Praised are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy you illumine the world and those who live upon it. In your goodness you daily renew creation. How numerous are your works, Adonai!
In wisdom you formed them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai, our God, for the excellent work of your hands, and for the lights you created. May they glorify you. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all may swiftly merit its radiance. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot.
In the middle of page 231.
Love your neighbor as yourself, you said, and light blinded we saw that inner and outer worlds are gone as you are one. You spoke and we wrote. We reached for you down the centuries, your light moving before us as we climbed, fell back, and climbed again, your Sinai of life. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. Page 234.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשיטתך בביתך ולצאך בדרך ושוכבך וקומך ושרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו תטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קודשים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים.
Turn the page, and in the middle of the page we have a passage about the tzitzit, the fringes that we wear on the corners of our talitot. And I know that this is a particularly special talit, one that is similar to the one that your mom wanted to get you and then that you chose yourself. So as you wrap yourself in this talit that you have your own strength in, but also the love of your family. We recite the passage in the middle of page 236.
Adonai said to Moses as follows, Speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all the commandments of Adonai and observe them, so that you do not follow your heart and eyes in your lustful urge. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
At the top of page 239. Emet, there is no place where you are not. Even in the wilderness there is your word. Emet, that pen strokes of lightning, white fire, black flame, stir the soul's passion, guide our sacred way. True and enduring is Torah. Your truth for us is certain and established now and forevermore. Like Moses, Miriam, and all Israel, we sing out and rejoice. Page 240, a song of freedom and rejoicing.
Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neder b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Shira chadasha, shibchu geulim, leshimecha sefatayam. יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
Please Please rise as you are able.
Zur Israel, Kuma, Bezrat Israel. Ufedechinu mecha Yehuda v'Yisrael. Go'aleinu Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kedosh Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael.
Please turn to page 242 as Emma leads us in the Amidah.
Adonai, Sefatati tach ufi ageti latecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim v'Koneh HaKol, v'Zoher Hasei Avot v'Imahot, u'Mevi Gula livnei b'neihem, leman Shemo be'ahava. Melech Ozer u'Mashiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Etzrat Sarah. Ata gibor le'lamanai, mechayeh hakol ata rav li'ashia, morid hatal, mechalkel hayim bechesed, mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim v'rafeh holim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, lishnei afar. Michamoch habal giverot, umidom melach, melech meimi tumechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, ne'eman atah lehiyot hakol, baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol.
Page 248.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וכרזל זה ויאמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהייך ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. Page 250 as Emma leads us in a song for Shabbat Yismechu.
Yismechu b'malachutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Onei Shabbat. Yismechu b'malachutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Onei Shabbat. Mekadeshei, Mekadeshei Shivi Shabbat, Kulam Yisbe'u, V'yitangu mituvecha Shabbat. Yismechu b'malachutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Onei Shabbat. Yismechu b'malachutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Onei Shabbat. V'hashvi'i ratzita bo v'kiddeshto Shabbat. Hamdad yamim otokarata Shabbat. Yismechu b'malachutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Onei Shabbat. Yismechu b'malachutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Onei Shabbat. Zecher l'masei, l'masei Bereshit Shabbat. Zecher l'masei, l'masei Bereshit Shabbat. Yismechu b'malachutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Onei Shabbat. Yismechu b'malachutecha, Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Onei Shabbat.
Page 252, we conclude this blessing by joining together in the middle of the page.
O God and God of our ancestors, be pleased with our rest. Sanctify us with your mitzvot, and grant us a share in your Torah. Sanctify us with your goodness, and gladden us with your salvation. Purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, Adonai our God, grant us your holy Shabbat as a heritage. May Israel, who sanctifies your name, rest on Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Page 255.
Ritzei, Ritzei, Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu, b'yamecha Yisrael, u'tefilatam b'ahavat tekabel, u'tehil ratzon tamid, u'tehil ratzon tamid, avodat Yisrael amecha. Baruch atah Adonai, shotecha levadecha, b'ir hanavot, shotecha levadecha, b'ir hanavot.
Who here has something that they're grateful for? Really? Anything, something, anything that you're grateful for, at the very least for this wonderful young woman who has brought us here together today. Let's try that again. Who here has something they're grateful for? Okay, that looks better. There are so many gifts that we have in our lives, and we don't always acknowledge them. We don't always remember them. And on page 257, we have a blessing of gratitude that lists some of the things that we don't even think about that we have to be grateful for. So we'll read this alternating paragraphs. I'll read the first, you'll read the second, so on and so forth. But we'll all join in on the refrain, Modim anachnu lach. Try that. Modim anachnu lach. Modim anachnu lach means we gratefully acknowledge you. And we're speaking to God. So for this expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations.
Modim anachnu lach. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons, Modim anachnu lach.
For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements.
Modim anachnu lach. For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression. Modim anachnu lach.
For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared.
Modim anachnu lach. For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom. Modim anachnu lach.
For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose.
Modim anachnu lach. We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai. Your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulachana'eh lechodot.
And we conclude this section with a song for peace, Sim Shalom, page 258.
Sim Shalom, Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. And v'hesed v'rachamim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael amecha v'arheinu yotzreinu kilanu ke'echad ba'or panecha Sim Shalom Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Ki ba'or panecha talanu Adonai Eloheinu Torah Hayim ve'ahavat hesed uzaka uvracha v'rachamim v'chayim v'shalom Sim Shalom Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. V'tov beinecha levarach et amecha Yisrael b'chol et u'b'chol shah b'shlomecha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Sim Shalom Tova Uvracha. Baruch atah Adonai hambarach et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
Amen. With all of the prayers that we've said and sung together, we haven't really had the opportunity to share the prayers of our own hearts, the prayers that we don't share with the people sitting right next to us even. So I invite you at this time to offer those prayers in silence.
Shalom bimromav, uyasa shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Yaseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Boy, you know, I listened from down the hall. I said, who needs a Who needs me? For goodness sake, Emma, it's wonderful to hear your voice. It's wonderful to hear your spirit in your voice. It's fantastic to have you leading services, and someday you'll be doing it more and more and more. I know, and I heard about Thursday was a boffo, wonderful time. Who's here from Community Day? Raise your hand. Yes, got the whole crew here. I hope you have good arms for the tossing of the candy, right? It was like candy. We'll do that much later. So my name is Jamie Gibson. I'm honored to be one of the rabbis here to work with Cantor Berman and Rabbi Gorban and to celebrate with Emma. So we are entering the Torah service, like the central thing in the entire service where we open the Torah, and Emma's going to do a lot of the reading. Ali's going to do some of the reading. I'm going to do some of the reading. And everybody who has been honored with a blessing before and after the Torah called an aliyah, we want you to come up this staircase here. And if you forget your prayer book, we have nice big print right here for everyone. And after your blessing before and after, we want you to go to Cantor Berman's side, and we want you to remain there for the blessing after to extend the honor that's been given to you. And only after that, go over and give that person a hug. Unless she's already standing here, then just smooch her right here, okay? We are big into the hugging thing, just so you know. So if you will look in your books on page 200 and I think it's 44, isn't it?
Yes.
244, it's 362 in the brackets. That's the beginning of the Torah service. And who will we have opening the ark? We're Hattie and Zeldy. Hattie and Zeldy, come on up.
They're coming with their parents.
I know, don't be afraid. Go to Rabbi Gorban. She's not scary, I am. I had a meeting. I went to New York this week for the conferring of Rabbi Gorban's Master's in Jewish Education degree. And New York's a rough town. And I got into it with a glass door. And the glass door won. And it was not my wife who's a black belt in karate. That's a whole other story. Anyway, so please don't mind me. I'm more scary than Rabbi Gorban. So, as you're able, please rise for the opening of the ark on 244 and 362.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai v'ein kemasecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim u'memshaltecha b'chodor v'ador Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed Adonai oz le'amo yitein Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom Avarachamim etiva v'etzoncha et Sion Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Ki v'chal levad batachnu Melech Ram v'nisa Adon Olamim. This is our Torah. This is our heritage. By this heritage, our ancestors lived for the sake of it. They often had to die, but always this treasure and heritage was passed on to a new generation of young and eager hands to have and hold, to learn, to make their very own. Today, when we celebrate the bat mitzvah of a spectacular young woman like Emma, quietly spectacular, I might add, we are so happy at the thought of this Torah being passed on to this pair of young, eager, and wonderful hands. So we'll take the Torah from which she'll read today, and we'll pass it yet once again from generation to generation to generation, from her grandparents to her parents, from her parents to her. Come around. There you go. I have it. There you go. Thank you. There. There, you got it. You got it. Perfect. Perfect. There you go. Take it around like this. Put your thumb around there. Really. Put it into your neck. There you go. In your prayer books, we're at the top of page 246, just the top two lines, or 364.
I feel like this Chicago song, 25 or 60, that's different. Okay. Ki mitzion to the top. Mitzion tetzei Torah. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah. Udvar Adonai mirushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael be'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo. Gadlu Adonai iti uneremema Shemo yachdav. Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod. Kichol b'shamayim u'va'aretz. This way. Back. Shabbat shalom. Shabbos. Shabbos, everybody. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shalom. This way. Amit. Up this side. Lecha Adonai hagedula hagevura hatiferet. Shabbos, everybody. Shabbos. 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, guys. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbos. Good Shabbos. Shabbat shalom. Yeah. Shabbat shalom. Al Shlosha Devarim. Shabbat shalom. Welcome. Al Shlosha Devarim. Harry. Shabbat shalom. Sarah. Good to see you 3 times in a week. 4. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Al Shlosha Devarim. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Twice a week. Al Shlosha Devarim. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. She's so fast. Shabbat shalom. Al HaTorah. The Al Avodah, the Al Gemilut Chasadim, Al HaTorah, the Al Avodah, the Al Gemilut Chasadim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Shabbat shalom.
Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim,
Shabbat shalom, guys. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Al Shlosha Devarim.
Shabbat shalom.
Al Shlosha Devarim.
Shabbat
Al Shlosha Devarim. Haolam omed. Al HaTorah, the Al Avodah, the Al Gemilut Chasadim. Al HaTorah, the Al Avodah, the Al Gemilut Chasadim.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Al Shlosha
Go around. Why not?
Devarim.
Shabbat shalom. We're not going to cut you guys out. We're not going to forget about you.
Al Shlosha
Devarim.
Haolam
Shabbat shalom,
omed.
guys.
Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim.
Haolam omed. Al HaTorah, ve'al Avodah, ve'al Gemilut. Thank you. Al HaTorah,
ve'al Avodah, ve'al Gemilut Chasadim.
Where's Allie? You going to read first? Everybody have a seat, please, now that the ark is closed. It's in the pew racks around all over the room. You'll find larger blue books called Chumashim, from the word chamesh, which means 5. Come on in here. Let's make sure.
We checked it, and she knows where to start.
B'chamisha.
We checked it?
Yeah.
Just before the service.
So it got moved around a little bit. Yeah.
It's towards the bottom somewhere.
So, okay, hold on a second. We're making sure we know exactly where we are. The Ishkit Imkuru, Kiyamuch. I think it's one more. Bahar Sinai is right there. Right? Hold on a second. Okay. There are larger blue books all over the room. It's considered wonderful manners to wander all over and find one so that you can have the merit of Torah study. Lori, is there one by you? There isn't. Then wander all over the room and find one. Okay? Does anybody have one near them? Can you hold it up so we can see what it looks like? There you go. And share. If there are a lot of them over there, maybe some kids can help. Get them over here who needs them. Whoever wants a chumash can have the opportunity. We're at Bahar. Some of you are saying, well, wait a minute. The rest of the diaspora Jewish world is doing Emor, and that's correct. We are on the Israeli calendar, as we always are here. This is the portion they're reading in Israel, so we're reading it today. We're going to start from the beginning of the Parsha on 946, 947 of your Chumash, and we get to say, for the first Aliyah, Ya'amdu, Irit bat Fega Sima v'Moshe, Avram ben Masha v'Maya, Fega Simcha bat Irit v'Avram, Bela bat Yehuda v'Chaya, Esther bat Moshe v'Margalit, Li Michal bat Bela v'Esther, Dalia bat Bela v'Esther. That's all of you. Erica, Matt, Micah, Gary, Barbara, Lee, Dahlia, and Etty. Look at all you guys. So the custom would be to take the prayer book and to touch exactly where she's going to read, and you can kiss that on behalf of everyone. I know you're good. You're a veteran, right? Okay, Simon says 2 steps closer. 1, 2. There we go. Ready? Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
I'll take care of that. I'll take care of it. Amen.
Amen. V'yidaber Adonai el Moshe bahar Sinai lemor. Daber el bnei Yisrael v'amartam alehem ki tavo al haaretz asher ani noten lachem v'ashavta haaretz Shabbat l'Adonai shesh shanim tizra sadecha v'shesh shanim tizmor karmecha v'asafta et vuata uvashana hashvid Shabbat Shabbaton yehi la'aretz Shabbat l'Adonai sadecha lo tizra v'charmecha lo tizmor.
So, and God spoke the following to Moses on Mount Sinai. Speak to the Israelites, declare to them when you come to the land that I am giving to you, the land shall indeed have its own Shabbat. It shall rest, having a Shabbat for God. 6 years you shall sow your field, 6 years you shall tend to your vineyards, and you shall gather in all of their produce. But in the 7th year it shall be a Sabbath of complete rest for the land, a Sabbath for God of your land, and you shall not sow, and you shall not sow your field or tend to your vineyard. Okay, there you go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Hugging the Torah reader. There you go. Yamod La'aliyah Shniya, Moshe Shlomo ben Avraham Lev Leah will come to the Torah for the next Aliyah with Ray.
Come, somebody hold it. Hold it. Okay. Okay. Come closer. Come closer. Come here. Come hold it up. Up.
Hey, Drew, I don't think the center post mic is on. So it most certainly is. Thank you.
Catch your spot.
Okay. Take the prayer book. Touch where she's going to read. No, with the prayer book. There you go. I should be more specific.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim V'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Hold the Torah for her right here. Hold it.
Amen. Et safiach ketzircha lo tikzor ve'et invei nazirecha lo tikzor shanat shabbaton yehi la'aretz v'hayita shabbat ha'aretz lachem la'achla lecha ulevadecha ulematecha ulikshircha uletoshavecha hagirim imach Veliv chametecha velachaya asher ba'artzecha techiecho tevuata le'echol.
And so you shall not, when you have aftergrowth of your harvest, you shall not collect it, and the untrimmed grapevines you shall not trim in order to get their grapes. It shall be a Sabbath, a complete rest for the land. And it shall be a Sabbath for the land for you, but there will be enough for you to eat for you and for your servant, your maidservant, your hired hand, and the resident alien who is with you, and along with the cattle, the beasts that are with you, and all of the beasts in the land, they shall be able to live off of the already given produce that they shall be able to eat. Okay, here you go.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'hayeh olam natan b'chachenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Here. You first. Got it. There you go.
Sit down.
Wait. Oh.
Then you can go sit down.
Yeah. But yeah, of course. Let the hugging begin. And guys, don't disappear without hugging them too.
Right here.
Hug them all.
Don't go away. Come on.
Yamdu la'aliyah shishit, Sarah bat Esther Leah v'matityahu lezev, Beryl Herschel ben Zohar Feiga v'matityahu ze'ev, Chayer Ruchama, Eli Malachi ben Chayer Rachmana v'Beryl Herschel, Sarah, Andy, Kara, and Eli. Okay, you are Visafarta.
I know.
No, I'm just.
And may I read it afterwards?
Yeah, of course. Welcome back.
Okay.
Welcome back.
So you're going to touch and kiss right here. Can you hold the Torah?
Okay.
Can you hold this?
Here.
Hold this. Okay? Over here.
Okay, take
You can use that.
this prayer book. You use that. That's fine.
Whichever you want.
Take that. Kiss that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Hold the Torah for her.
Amen. וספרת לך 7 שבתות שנים, 7 שנים, 7 פעמים, והיו לך ימי 7 שבתות השנים, 49 שנה, ועברת שופר תרועה בחודש השביעי, בעשור לחודש ביום הכיפורים תעבירו שופר בכל ארצכם, וקידשתם את שנת 50 שנה, וקראתם דרור בארץ לכל יושביה, יובל היא תהיה לכם, ושבתם איש אל אחוזתו, ואיש אל משפחתו תשובו. And you shall count off 7 weeks of years, 7 times 7 years, so that the period of 7 weeks of years gives you a total of 49 years. Then you shall sound the horn loud. In the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, the day of atonement, you shall have the horn sounded throughout your land. And you shall hallow the 50th year. This is what's coming up. What's coming up next is what's on the Liberty Bell. You shall proclaim release, you shall proclaim freedom throughout the land for all its inhabitants. It shall be a jubilee for you. Each of you shall return to your holding, and each of you shall return to your family.
Blessing after. Here we go.
Right here. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chaye olam nata betochenu, Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Yishkoach, Yishkoach, Andy, Yishkoach. Okay, go hug. Emma, after hugging, you're reading Torah, just so you know. Hug, read, hug. Yamdul, Aliyah, Haravi'it, Sorafega, Leah, Esther Leah, Matisyahu Lev, Abigail Bracha, Bat Enoch, Velibidina, Will Steffi, Sandy, Layla, Edgar, and Adele all come to the Torah. Okay, take your prayer book and you're going to touch exactly. Here, show her where you're starting. Okay? Okay. Gather round, get closer to her, to the Torah. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torah. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Hold the Torah for her. Right? Hold it. There you go.
Amen. Yovel hi shnat ha-hamishim shana tehiyeh lachem lo tizra'u velo tikseru et sefihecha velo tifseru et nezirecha ki yovel hi kodesh tehiyeh lachem min hasadeh tochlu et tevuata bishnat hayovel hazot tashuvu ish elachuzato.
So where did you start?
I started.
Okay. This is the Jubilee year, the 50th year. And it shall be for you, you shall not do any kind of planting and no kind of harvesting or even the aftergrowth, and you shall not take care or tend the untrimmed vines. It is, in fact, your Jubilee year. It is most holy for you. You shall eat from what already exists in the fields and its produce in the Jubilee year. And then you shall return each one of you to his or her holding. Wait. He did a little rabbi dance here. Sorry. Here. Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chaye olam noten betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Hug the lady. There you go. She's hugging them first. Get all of them. Hug them too. Hug. Yeah, hug them now. Hug them. Hug them. Because I'm reading next. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tamod aviv Rachel bat Chaya Esther ve'Elchanan. You come when you're called. That's great. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me show you exactly where we are.
So we're
right here. V'chitim karu. Right here. Touch. There you go.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. We've done harvest. We're doing real estate, just so you know. Kitim kuru mimkar lamitecha, when you make a sale of a holding to one of your kinsmen, akano miyad amitecha, whether you're buying, whether you sell or you are buying from your kinsman, al tonu ish et achiv. You shall not wrong each other in these purchases. B'mispar shanim achar hayovel, according to the number of years after the jubilee, tikneh, that's what you are buying. Me'et amitecha, from your kinsman. B'mispar shnei hayovel, b'mispar shnei tevuah, according to the years of harvest. Yimkorlach, that is what he is selling to you. Lefi rov hashanim tarbeh miknato. If there are a lot of harvest until the next jubilee, the price will increase. Lefi ma'ot hashanim tamid. And if there are fewer years of the jubilee, the purchase price shall go down. Miknato, its purchase price. Kimisbar tevuot hu mocherlach. That is what he is selling to you, the number of harvest, not the land itself. Remember that, because it's going to be part of the last Torah portion that's going to be read. Lo tonu ish et amito. Thus you shall not wrong each other. V'yareta me'elohecha. And thus you shall show reverence or awe of God. Ki ani Adonai Elohechem, for I, Adonai, am your God. V'asitem et chukotai, and you shall fulfill my ordinances, v'et mishpatai, and my judgments. Tishmeru, you shall fulfill. V'asitem otam, you shall fulfill them, and you shall do them. V'shavtem al haaretz levetach, and you shall dwell in the land in security. Right there.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yamdu l'aliyah hashishit Chai Esther bat Sora Fega v'Matisyahu Zev Elchanan ben Avram Lev Leah. And Emma's coming back to read Torah. Let's make sure. Excuse me, lavetach aleha. You shall dwell securely upon it. I know, but I had missed a word. Here you go. I know nothing about fashion, but this is a Gabrieli Talit. I can tell you that. Okay. Here we go. Right here.
Oh wait, I'm not there.
You're not. Where are you?
I'm right here.
Levetta. Yeah, I'm sorry. There we go. Get close. There you go.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Varach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'natna ha'aretz pirya, va'achaltem lasoa, v'shavtem lavetach alecha, v'ki tomru manochal b'shana hashvi'it. Hen lo nizra v'lo ne'esof et tevuatenu, v'tziviti et birchati lahem b'shana hashishit, ve'asad et hatvuah lishlosh hashanim.
So where did you start here?
I started
yes.
right
And so wait a second before I'm going to translate. So, and the land shall give forth its fruit, and you shall eat to satisfaction, and you shall dwell and you shall eat to satisfaction, dwelling securely upon it. And if you say to yourself, what in the world are we going to eat in the 7th year if we can't even plant or gather in the harvest? I shall command my blessing for you in the 6th year, and you shall be that all of the produce shall serve for 3 years.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Kiss her. Kiss your other daughter. In a minute, I'm going to call you. Face your dad. Face him. There you go. There you go. He loves you. Come on. There you go. So the last aliyah is called maftir. Maftir leads to the haftarah. It's considered the sweetest portion of all, the richest and the most lovely. And we give it to the sweetest, richest, most lovely people we have, our bar and bat mitzvah students. And so you get called in a way that you have never been called, and I didn't call anybody else to the Torah. You're back over here, guys. Tamod, 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 Liverechat Akriyas, Ivan Geffen, Bat Elchanan V'chaya, Esther, Bat Mitzvah. Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Hold the Torah for her.
Uzra atem et hashana hashminit va'achaltem min hatvu'a yashan ad hashana hachi'it ad bo tevu'ata tachlu yashan zeha'aretz lo timacher leads me to kili ha'aretz ki gerin b'toshavim atem imadi ubehol eretz ahuzatem ge'ula titnu la'aretz.
Beautiful. That's right. Hold on a second. And you shall sow in that 8th year after the sabbatical year, and then you shall be able to eat of the harvest that is long stored until the harvest of the 9th year comes in, and you shall eat that which is old. And the land shall not be sold beyond reclaim. For the land is mine, and you are but residents, aliens upon it, with me. And throughout the land there shall be a redemption of the land throughout all of Eretz Yisrael. Okay? Here, let's end of the paragraph right there. Right there. Okay. Hold it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'toheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Kiss him again. There you go. They deserve it. Okay, we're going to roll this like that and just put this cover on it for blessings. Okay. There we go. You stay here. I'm going to give you a little smooch. There you go. Here. Give you a little smooch even with the beard. There you go. While the Torah is open, it's as if our hearts are uniquely open, ready for all kinds of possibilities and blessings. And so there are 3 blessings we're going to be doing while the Torah is out between the Torah and the Haftarah. We're going to do a blessing for Israel. Where's Galit and Maya? Where Galit and Maya are going to do the blessing for Israel. Come on up. I have it right here in big print too. We doing Hebrew and English? That's זה מה שאני מעדיף. Okay? גם אנחנו. פה. שאלו.
שאלו שלום ירושלים וישלח אוהביך.
Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו. ברך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו. הגן עליה בעברת חסדך, ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך. ושלח אורך ועמיתך לראשיה, שריה ויועציה. ותקנם בעצה טובה מלפניך, ונתתם שלום בארץ ובשמחת עולם ליושביה, ונאמר אמן.
Amen.
O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Amen.
We're going to ask for the blessing for our country. Jessica Bolger to come up. Where's Jessica? It's often asked, why do we give a blessing for our country? This is 2,000 years old, not this formulation, but we're told to pray for the welfare of the government. It says this in Pirkei Avot, which we study at this time of year, because without the government, people would literally eat each other alive. We actually need functioning government in order to be Jews. And so we pray for the welfare of this country as well. Can you just start here, O guardian?
O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
Beautiful. Go say hello to her. On page 253 or 371 in your prayer book, you're going to find a Mishaberach. Only recently have we started to ask you to share names during a morning bar bat mitzvah service, but it's become so evident that so many feel pain in body, heart, or soul, that maybe having a communal voice to the aspiration for healing will be good for you, if not directly beneficial. To me, it is directly beneficial, but directly to help the people who are in need, who are in hospitals right now, in nursing homes, and lonely, and as I often say, who walk the earth with a stone on the heart or face the daily battles of sobriety. If there's the name of somebody for whom you wish healing, you might care to share that name, or you might say it softly under your breath. If you use the Hebrew formulation, it's the name, son, or daughter of mothers, because the mothers are the source of healing. And so I want to start with Velvel ben Batsheva, Will Zitnik, who's been battling cancer for 1.5 years now and had a wonderful bone transplant from his, marrow transplant from his twin brother. And David ben Rachel, David Haber, and Ruth Weinberger as well, all of whom are desperately in need of healing. And the Shabbat, if anybody used for healing, and don't raise your hand, class is over. Just call it out. Call. Call out names. Keep coming. Keep coming. You can join in, you can say amen, or let the prayer just wash over you and close your eyes.
May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha le'amotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Yamdu Hamagbi Vagolelet. Will Andy and Sarah please come and lift and tie the Torah?
And they both practiced right beforehand.
I know. As you're able, please rise. Okay. Who's lifting? You leverage it off the edge here. Okay. Lift it here. Here you go. Pick it up. Now leverage it off here. There you go. Straight up and down.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לבני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה.
Torah, 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 Torah ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 Torah ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 Torah ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 Torah ציווה לנו משה. 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 Torah, 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 Torah ציווה לנו. Please have a seat. Torah, not you. Haftarah time. Torah ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 Torah ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 Torah ציווה לנו משה. The Haftarah is in that larger blue book on page 1003. I'm going to recommend it to you because unlike the Torah, this will not be translated. The translation is excellent. It is about land. It is about Jeremiah, who was not a bullfrog, by the way. Jeremiah was a prophet in our tradition, very, very important because he witnesses the destruction of the temple. And he commits an ultimate act of faith. He buys in Jewish futures. He knows that the temple is going to be destroyed. He knows we're going to be exiled. And he tells people to go buy, his messenger, his shaliach, to go buy land for him. Because long after he's gone, after he's dead, he knows that the Jews will come back to this land and he wants to assert claim over it, so he has a deed drawn up and actually signed and witnessed. It is an incredible act of faith, knowing that even though we face total destruction and the destruction of our temple and exile from our land, that we will come back, as we certainly did. It'll be chanted after the appropriate blessing. I need small children to come volunteer to hand out candy. There are specific children ready to do this. Now, for those not used to this custom, it is not intermission time. We are not handing out snacks. This is a piece of candy to waft gently in the direction of the bat mitzvah after she completes the blessing after the Haftarah. If you do happen to snag one for yourself, I ask you to find somebody with a pocket and put the wrapper in there. But we're going to hold off because the sweetness should be for her and all of her friends back there. We're going to come up and gather the candy as well after she finishes with the appropriate blessing, after she finishes her Haftarah. Okay?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'torah u'maseh avdo Yisrael Amo, Uvinvi'eh Ha'emet V'tzedek. 1003 in your Chumash. Vayomer Yirmiyahu Haya Devar Adonai Elai Limor Hine Hanam El Ben Shalom Dodacha Va'elecha Limor Kenelaha Etzadi asher ba'anatot ki leha mishpat hagula liknot vayavo elah Hanamel ben Dudi kidvar Adonai el hatzar hamatara vayomer elai kinena etzadi asher ba'anatot Asher be'eretz binyamin ki leha mishpat ha'yerusha ulha hagula kinet lach va'edah ki davar Adonai hu ve'ekne et hasadeh me'et hanam el ben dodi asher ba'anatot va'eshkalalo et hakesef shiva shkalim Va'asara hakasef ואכתוב בספר ואכתוב ואעד עדים ואשכול הכסף במאזניים ואקח את ספר המקנה את החתום המצווה והחוקים ואת הגלוי ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם צור כל העולמים צדיק בכל הדורות האל הנאמן האומר ועושה המדבר ומקיים שכל דבריו אמת וצדק על התורה ועל העבודה ועל הנביאים ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו לקדושה ולמנוחה לכבוד ולתפארת על הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך יתברך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני
ברוך וברוך שמו
מקדש השבת
Amen. Simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, a mazel tov, mazel tov, a simen tov, mazel tov, a simen tov, yehelanu, 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 oh lechol Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu, oh lechol Yisrael, yehelanu, yehelanu, oh lechol Yisrael, singer, yehelanu, yehelanu, oh Simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, come on guys, simen tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, mazel tov, a simen tov, yehelanu. Again, if you eat candy, you're responsible for the wrapper. Thank you very much. Now, if you would put away your chumash and you would find your prayer book on page 374, 256. Wait, before you even rise, we need Hattie and Zelda again, but this time with Jim and Kelly. Everybody up to help open the ark. Come on. Here we go. Well, you can get up early. It's fine. You know, the ark is going to open.
You take this door.
Come on over, both of you.
But you can take it.
And here we go. Almost ready.
יחללו את שם אדוני כי נשגב שמו לבדו. אותו על ארץ ושמיים וירם קרן לימו תהילה לכל חסידיו לבני ישראל עם קרוב הללויה הללויה
כי לקח טוב נתתי לכם תורתי אל תעזובו. For a goodly heritage have I given you, do not forsake it.
מצרים היא למחזיק עמה ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה חדש חדש ימינו חדש ימינו
You kids are great. Are you the same age? You're like twins. Are they twins? They are wonderful. Here you go. There you go. Thank you so much. Thank you. Terrific.
Thank you. Oh, my mic's on. Oh, wait.
I'm going to come over here.
You know, I usually give a little spiel before the Devar Torah about how we ask our students to master 3 disciplines. One is leading the prayers, and one is Torah and Haftarah, one is to interpret. In the middle of all this, she's saying to Rabbi Gorman, I'm having so much fun. May you always have fun every time you're in front of the Jewish people, every time you come to Temple Sinai, every time you lead us in prayer, read Torah for us, and teach us. Let's hear your Torah teaching.
Shabbat Shalom.
Wait, that was inadequate. Try again.
Shabbat Shalom. When I was little, I would walk in Frick Park next to my house all the time. It was beautiful there. Trees were everywhere, and there was green light shining through the leaves. Birds would be singing, and squirrels would be eating. Little creeks made gentle flowing sounds as I played with my dog. I felt safe and had lots of fun. Now, it's still beautiful, but I look around and see glass shattered over park trails. And plastic bags scattered around the creeks. I wanted to be able to play with my dog, but it's not very safe for him because of the glass. Since I've gotten older, I'm now aware that not everybody takes care of the park and respects the beauty of the land that I love. My parsha is called Bahar, which is in Leviticus. It gives us laws and rules about taking care of the land. One of the rules is that you're only allowed to work the land for 6 years at a time. The 7th year is the Shemitah year, a year of Shabbat, or a year of rest. During the Shemitah year, you can't plow or sow the land, and you're not allowed to grow crops and harvest them. But if crops grow on their own, you can harvest just enough to eat that day. Without the Shemitah year, the 7th year of rest, we would use the land so much that it would get tired and maybe even destroyed. Just like we need to rest or we can't function. The land also needs to rest in order to stay healthy. We also learn in Bahar about the Yovel, which you probably heard in my Torah reading if you were paying close attention. The Yovel is the Jubilee year, which comes after 7 sets of 7 years. In other words, it's the 50th year. In the Jubilee year, you will follow all the laws of the Shemitah year, and if at some point during those 49 years you sold and moved away from your ancestral land, you would regain ownership of your land. So really, my parsha is about our relationship to the land. By telling us that we have to give the land a year of rest, it reminds us that we have to take care of the land. There are lots of different ways to take care of the land. One thing we can do is to pick up litter that we see on the ground. For my Tikkun Olam project, I have helped clean up the trails in Frick Park. On the trails where we normally walk my dog, there's a lot of shattered glass. So my family and I have worked to pick it up to protect our dog and other animals' feet. Another thing you can do is to reuse things that you might throw away. My family reuses things like boxes to create art projects. For example, we saved lots of little bits of trash and made fairy houses out of them. I'm also planning to take the tops of go-go squeeze pouches to make a project of some kind. Caring for the land isn't just a local problem. All over the world, people say, it's fine. Global warming won't happen while I'm around. But it's not fine. We are one of the reasons that climate change is happening. We can slow it down by caring for the world better. For example, when we use less stuff or carpool or walk or bike instead of driving, we can slow down climate change. When we reuse materials that would otherwise go into the trash, we can help slow down climate change. When we recycle, we don't need to take as many resources from the earth, and it helps slow down climate change. I also think that people should learn more about climate change to be motivated to help the land. So, as I walk with my dog in the park and try to avoid shattered pieces of glass, I think about how our responsibility to the land affects more than just us, but the animals too. And that is why I chose to donate dog treats to the local humane animal rescue. This one small act means a big difference to each dog. Similarly, a small act of picking up litter or reusing an everyday item can make a big difference. It's these small things that we can do that help shape the person I want to become. Reflecting on these moments, I decided to participate in the Holocaust Twinning Program. My twin's name was Emma Friedman with 2 N's. Emma was born in Prugy, Hungary on November 27, 1931. Her father's name was Jonas and her mother's name was Hermina. Sadly, Emma died on June 15, 1944. She wouldn't even have been 13 years old. I feel connected with Emma because we have the same name and she would have been bar mitzvah age when she died. She is also from Hungary, which is where part of my family comes from. Unfortunately, Emma never got to celebrate her bat mitzvah, so I am here today with her in my thoughts. I want to thank all my out-of-town guests for making the trip to celebrate with me today. I also want to thank everyone locally, too. A special thanks to Adele Suffren, my tutor, for teaching me my Torah and Haftarah portions and more. Thank you, Cantor Berman, for helping me practice to be prepared for this moment. Thank you, Rabbi Gorban, for helping me write my Dvar Torah. And thank you, Rabbi Gibson, for meeting with me and helping me understand what it means to become a bat mitzvah. And for my family. Thank you, Nini, for picking me up every week at school with the best homemade chocolate chip cookies. And thank you, Lily, for making the best pasta and spoiling me with unlimited TV. Thank you, Grandma Sandy, for bringing my favorite Thai food for dinners. And thank you, Papa, for taking me to Florida each year so I can relax in the hot tub. Now for my sister. Thank you, Allie, for being a role model in my life and letting me play Legos with you and always being there for me. Next, without these people, I wouldn't be here today. Thank you, Dad, for loving me and supporting me and telling me the best bad dad jokes. Thank you, Mom, for understanding me, encouraging me, and being okay with muddy clothes, because that means I was having fun. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. No, say Yesher Koach.
Yesher Koach.
We don't applaud during a service. Say Yesher Koach. Come on. Like you mean it. Yesher Koach. Okay, face me. Okay. Can we have her next week too? And the week after that, and the week after that. You're welcome to come anytime you want.
Thank you.
We love having you here. And you know something? There's not one person out here, all the ones that care about you, who's not smiling right now. And it's not smiling because of your accomplishment. They knew you were going to be accomplished and do well. But you have a neshama, a soul, a spirit that is, the word is irrepressible. It can't be contained. And when you're having fun, we're just going to have fun with you. So I get to be the one who does a bookend for your Torah portion. Bahar, you're right, does talk about the land, and the land gets a Shabbat, and the land needs to be cared for. It's God's, not ours. But the other thing that it talks about is hunger. It talks about hunger so severe that you might actually have to sell yourself as a servant to somebody, and even when that happens, you get to go free after 6 years. Hunger is something that most of the people in this room did not have to deal with in their own lifetime. Some of our parents and grandparents did. They grew up in a time called the Depression where food was very scarce, or in Europe during the war when it was really hard to get enough to eat. And so food became very, very important, and they made sure that you and your entire generation, all your fellow students back at Community Day right now, hi gang, we're waving to you, hi, would never have to go hungry.
Yeah.
There's this passage in the Birkat Hamazon where the same prophet of your Haftarah says, never I've been young and old, never have I seen a righteous man forsaken, nor his children begging bread. Some people in this congregation can't say those words because they saw that. And so the idea of hunger, how we help each other, is extraordinary, not just to take care of the land in which we live, but the lives that live there. And I think it's a beautiful two-pillared Torah for you for today. You spoke beautifully about taking care of the land, and I have an old story. I love this story. It's from a wandering storyteller, fool and juggler, a musician named Herschel of Ostropol. He was hungry. He never had anything in his pockets. He just went from town to town to town to town and begged. And one day, he was so hungry. Ask me how hungry he was. Oh, no, you're supposed to ask me. How hungry was he? He was so hungry. We'll work on this later. He was so hungry that he went to the local tavern owner and he begged for something to eat. And the tavern said, I will loan you an egg. And Herschel said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And he ate the egg and went on to the next town. And to the next town. In a year, he came back with enough money for that one egg. And he gave it to the tavern owner and said, oh, no, you owe me a lot more than that. Because if that egg had been a chicken, it would have actually been with a rooster, and there would have been lots of eggs, and those eggs would have lots of eggs, and he calculated, you owe me $1 million. And Herschel said, I've never seen $1 million. What do you mean? And the tavern owner said, that egg, that hard-boiled egg, it would have hatched, and I would have had so much from it. And the tavern owner sued Herschel in the local Jewish court and won. And the judge said the following. The judge said, you're right in your reasoning, Mr. Tavern owner. You gave him an egg, and that could have been the source of so many more eggs, and you have a right to that. And he'll have to pay it for you if he takes the rest of his life. All you have to do is answer for me, Mr. Tavern owner, one question. How did you get a hard-boiled egg to hatch? Which, will a hard-boiled egg hatch into anything?
No.
Maybe into a deviled egg, that's about it, right?
Yeah.
And we have to be careful with people who are hungry. We have to be careful to make sure that we do everything in the Jewish world, and frankly, there are homeless people here in Pittsburgh, to make sure that they get fed. They don't have the luxury of saying, well, I'll skip a meal. They skip meals all the time. And if you walk away with these 2 Torahs from your portion, taking care of the land, taking care of each other so that we are not hungry, you will be an incredible force for good in the world. You have a Torah that just bursts out of you, not the letters themselves, but the way you sing. How can we not be touched by your Torah? You are such a blessing, and it's such an honor to ask Hannah Berman and Rabbi Gorban to come over as you are blessed at this moment. Yes, you're going to be blessed. Here we go. And you're going to be apparently put in balance as well there. Hands. There you go. May God bless you and keep you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha.
May the light of God shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Shalom.
May God lift up God's presence to you every day and give you joy, fulfillment, learning, passion, and most of all, the wholeness we call peace. As together we say,
Amen.
Say Yeshua Koach again.
Shkach.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lahazman hazeh. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all, who has caused us to live, sustained us, and allowed us to reach this very happy time. Step one over there. Parents are going to stand here. I'm going to clip this here. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. Listen to your mother.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'm just going to get it out now. That took long. Thank you all for coming to be here with us today. We really appreciate it. Emma, wow. It's going to take a little while here. We are so proud of you. You've stood here today and beautifully led us in Torah, Haftorah, and prayer. And Daddy and I couldn't be more proud. In your Parsha Bahar, you taught us about the Jubilee year, or in Hebrew, Yovel. And when I think of Jubilee, I think of the word jubilation, or celebration, and how appropriate to be celebrating you on this moment of your bat mitzvah. I celebrate what a beautiful person you are. I marvel at how easily you make friends. You're empathetic, you're thoughtful, and a delight to be with. You're full of joy, and you know how to live in the present moment. Your smile is contagious. I love how you dance and sing with passion. You give the warmest hugs and the sweetest butterfly kisses. You are intuitive and wise, and you don't get bogged down by too much information. If you're studying for a test and there's an overload of facts, you're comfortable skipping a few questions. You get the main idea, and that's enough for you. I love that you take in from life what you need, and you leave the rest without worries. You're also a dreamer, and you take in the beauty around you. For instance, I love that when we were riding the glass elevator in our hotel in Boston, and the door opened, and we all got out, but you stayed in, unaware that we left because you were taking in the beautiful view. What people may not know about you is that you are also stubborn and willful, and your sister would attest to this. Your feistiness would make your two great-grandmothers, who you are named after, Stella and Gert, very proud. Emma, my wishes for you begin with you taking a really good look around here and take a look at all these people who have come here to celebrate with you today. This is your community. These are our friends and family who all support and love you, and how blessed to have this abundance of love in your life. Today you've embraced our tradition by becoming a bat mitzvah, and I want you to know that it's a beginning, not an end. I want you to continue to embrace our tradition, whether it's enjoying Shabbat dinners with our chavurah, celebrating holidays with family, or simply using your great-great-grandmother Molly Schwartz's rolling pin to make something sweet. In closing, it's my hope, Emma, that you continue to manifest such joy and beauty, that your smile continues to light up the world around you, and that you're surrounded by a community that supports and loves you, and that you embrace tradition and remember the advice that you gave me when I was worried about all the bat mitzvah plans, that as long as you have cookies, everything will be okay. Love you. You want this?
I'd like to thank Jen in welcoming everyone today, and thank everyone who's participated for making this such a beautiful service, and thank Jen for doing everything she has done to prepare for such a beautiful event. So Emma, one of the things that we're recognizing and honoring today is how much we can learn from you. And we heard earlier about, your really meaningful interpretation of the Torah portion about the importance of leaving the world in better shape than we find it. This is something that a great Jewish playwright who happens to be with us today called Making the World not just a better place, but a cozy sweater better place. You have always brightened up the world just by being you. You've always brought joy and laughter and a lot of dancing and love to our family and to your school and to our community. But what makes me really proud is that you're also someone who's making so many choices to help make the world a better place, a more whole place. Like the trail in Frick Park that you talked about with the broken glass. A lot of people would have seen that and said, isn't there a maintenance person around who should take care of this? Or the person who left this here should come back and do something about it. But you said, we should do something about this. And you motivated our family to take care of a place that gives us so much. You also make the world a better place by seeing and responding to the people in your life. Whenever one of your friends or someone in our family is hurting in some way, you reach out to that person and you comfort them and you help us feel safe and understood and loved. It's a good thing that you don't turn away from problems. It's also a good thing that you don't seek them out. Over dinner during Passover, I guess about a month ago, one night, we were having a really serious discussion about how it's important sometimes to make a sacrifice so that you can better appreciate all the wonderful things you have in your life. How giving up bread for a week, makes us more appreciative of all the things we usually enjoy. And you didn't buy it. You said, once we were slaves in Egypt, but now we are free. Forget about matzah. We should be eating cake. So I want to thank you for today and every day, giving us so many reasons to celebrate and so many reasons to be joyful. Thank you. I love you.
Love you too.
Where's Chaim? He's going to come pick. Now, stand here. Listen to Chaim. We have a special relationship with Community Day, and it's represented right here. By the way, the most amazing shirt and tie combination I've ever seen.
Community Day School, you know, Yasher Koach. Congratulations. There are not enough words to recognize how incredible of a job you've done, not just today, but in everything. And, you know, I think about all of these incredible students, and I think about Emma. And being an adolescent, being a young person is hard. It's a challenge. And as we grow up, sometimes we create walls in our world that block people out or close ourselves off. And Emma doesn't. Emma doesn't close anybody out. She doesn't push people away. She sees them, she welcomes them, and blinds them with her smile. You know, I see her in the back of the classroom sometime, like bouncing, you know, just like full of this energy. And she's not the loudest. She doesn't yell. But her energy, her soul is so loud that it breaks down those walls in everybody else. So on behalf of all of us at Community Day School, Yasher Koach, great job.
When I was her age, there were no such thing as a bat mitzvah. But I'm very, very proud of you, and I know you worked very hard to make your parents and grandparents so happy, and everybody here. So, mazel tov again.
Thank you.
And make women proud, honey. Now, they have a change. They have a wonderful book by Daniel Pearl, I Am Jewish. And that's from the congregation. And then there's your own Kiddush cup from the Brotherhood and the Women of Sinai. Again, mazel tov, and you're great. Here's your...
Just a couple more things. I have your Holocaust twinning certificate right here. It's got your picture, and there's no photograph of Emma. I understand. I'm sorry, Nami, right. She was born in Hungary to Jonas and Hermina Singelbaum. She was murdered on June 15th, 1944. Very little information about her exists. Her name, along with the names of her parents, was listed in the catalog of Hungarian Jews who were deported and murdered. And by the way, I'm Hungarian myself, just so you know, okay? You were struck by your shared name and by your Hungarian heritage, and you keep her memory alive by honoring her at Bat Mitzvah. Keep this and treasure it, okay? We also have certificates that point to what you did today and, frankly, what we hope for tomorrow. So this is all about today. The left side, this is Emma Friedman, Sivan Geffen, but Elchanan V'chaya Esther was called to the Torah's Bat Mitzvah on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo for our Sephardi friends here. The 20th of ER 5778 at Temple Sinai. That's today, but this is tomorrow. In becoming Bat Mitzvah, you've accepted the privileges and responsibilities of being a Jew. What are those responsibilities?
Lifelong Torah study and the keeping of mitzvot, Shabbat, holy day, and life cycle observances, participation in the life of the synagogue, the Jewish community, and Israel. Dedication to Tikkun Olam, the perfection of our world.
You signed it, your parents have signed it, I've signed it, Shirley Goldstein and Rabbi Gorbin and Canterbury. We've all signed this because we believe in you so much. For tomorrow, we have various scholarship monies for you. If you would choose to go to Israel at the end of your 10th grade year, with the Reform Movement, this is a $250 certificate toward that cost. The Jewish Federation of Greater Pittsburgh is giving you $1,750. As I often say, that's $2,000 toward a trip before you even have to sell a cookie, all right? And again, we're very serious about this promise. If for any reason you have difficulty, come back. There's more scholarship money available, not just the 8th grade trip, but a trip at the end of your 10th grade year with your high school friends as well. So I want you to take these certificates. I want you to take your gift. And since the front row is taken, I want you to sit on your sister's lap and just bug her a little bit, okay?
And then come immediately back. Come immediately back to me and Elaine.
Right. Oh, here it is. Here, take that as well. You're gonna come back in just a minute. So just sit on her lap for a minute, okay? Shabbat shalom, everyone.
She can take it after.
Boy, what a joyous morning. What an opportunity to be together as a community and to smile and laugh and to revel, knowing that the next generation is picking up for us what they are doing on our behalf. It's fantastic. Just a couple things before we go into Aleinu. Emma's going to lead our concluding prayers as well in just a minute. And Allie, thanks for playing. I appreciate you letting her do that. Just a few things going on in the community. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the afternoon is the second performance of the Book of Ruth at the Katz Auditorium at the JCC. There are still tickets available. The authors are here, the playwrights. I hope that you have a chance to either find out about it for tomorrow or quell with them over the performance that I was at the other night. On next Friday is the second annual Temple Sinai Islamic Center of Pittsburgh Shabbat. We're giving a special recognition to Wasim Mohammed, who is their executive director, who has been an extraordinary in his outreach to the Jewish community in general and Temple Sinai in particular. The service is at 7, the dinner is at 8. We hope that people from the community, not just Temple Sinai, will come to honor not just Wasim Mohammed, but our relationship with the Muslim community. It is the last Shabbat before they begin their day fasts of Ramadan. A week from Tuesday, for those of you who are into your spirituality, Nava Tehillah is coming from Jerusalem. We are co-sponsoring with Road of Shalom. They're going to be here in this room. If you've never danced to Jewish music, you will that night. They are absolutely extraordinary. It is a free concert open to the public. We hope that you will come and celebrate with all of us as well. So many other things are going on, but those are the 3 highlights. We hope that you will look at those seriously as opportunities to enjoy being part of things larger than just ourselves. And always a special recognition to Community Day School, to Avi Bar Monroe and Chaim and the students. Thank you so much for supporting your fellow student, Emma, and for affirming the special, unique relationship we have as synagogue and school. Thank you for being here. Okay, so the Aleinu is on 586 that's in the brackets, 282. If it's not in the brackets, it is the bottom version of that page. As you are able, please rise for Aleinu.
Aleinu shabeach ladon hakol, latet gdila liyotzer reshit, shelo asanu k'midei haratzot, velo samanu mishpachot adama, shelo asanu kalkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu k'chol hamonam, ve'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu V'ne'emar V'Adonai L'melech al kol ha'aretz Bayom hahu Yehyeh Adonai echad U'shemo
As we prepare for the Mourner's Kaddish, we read the words of Chana Senesh about the nature of enduring memory. She wrote, Yesh kochavim she'oram magia arza rak kasher atzmam avdu ve'enam. There are stars up above so far away, we only see them after we see their light long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. Today we especially remember Barnett Fain, the father-in-law of our president, Dr. Phil Lehman, the father of Jill Fain. And we especially remember Shaunalia King, the daughter of Judy Sadowski, the sister of Abby Bolton, the mother of Asher King. There will be a Shiva Minyan tomorrow at Judy and Stuart Sadowski's at 247 Emerson at 7:30 in the evening. It's the last Shiva for Shauna, who died tragically this week. Our hearts go out to those families. If you are presently in mourning, the 30-day period following a death, or observing the yard site of somebody who is dear to you, we ask you to rise at this time so we can recognize you as a mourner. All those who need to say Kaddish, please rise now. Thank you. And because we insist that no mourner ever stand alone, we accompany our mourners by standing with them. And we turn to 598 in our prayer book for Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal, Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yomad yivrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. V'agala v'zman kari v'yamu.
Amen.
Yehei Shmei Rabbah v'vorach le'olam olamei maya. Yiparach, Yishtabach, Yipa'al, Yitumam, Yitnaseh. Yitadal, Yitaleh, Yitalal, Shmei Kudsha. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechamata. Damiram b'yalma v'yimru.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim alena v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'momav. Hu ya'aseh shalom alena v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru.
Amen.
Amen. May the source of peace in the high heavens cause peace to descend on all of us, upon all Israel, upon a shattered world desperately in need of our hands and healing, upon all of us who mourn our beloved dead. As together we say.
Amen.
Amen.
Please turn in your book to 626 or 322. Will all of Emma's friends and cousins come on up right now? We're going to sing En Kelohenu. If you're from another congregation, as I like to say, it's the one you know. So please feel free to join in. It'll be followed by a brief benediction and the blessing over Kiddush and food. So, oh my God, there's so many. Look at it. Ein Kelohenu, Ein Gadolenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kamoshienu, Mi Kelohenu, Mi Gadolenu, Mi Kemalkeinu, Mi Kamoshienu. Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Baruchim atem b'voachem, baruchim atem b'tzeitchem. May you be blessed every place you come into God's world. May you be blessed every place you go out as well. As together we say,
Amen.
Amen. Al kein be'erachan and Shabbat v'kadshehu. Therefore God bless the seventh day and declared it holy. Let's have a Barei Pri Hagafen. Baruch
Ata
Adonai
Eloheinu
melech ha'olam.
Borei Peri Hagafen.
Amen.
Amen. Praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all who creates the fruit of the vine. Take a drink, or it's a bracha levatala. There you go. Here, we're going to play tug of war. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam hamotzi lechem mina.
So you don't get entertained.
Praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all, who brings forth bread from the earth. As together we say,
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. Have some bread.